For so many Muslim women today, the path to finding a spouse, well, it can feel less like a straight road and more like trying to navigate a really complex maze. It's a journey that's absolutely filled with hope and high expectations, but let's be real, it also comes with some pretty significant challenges. So let's explore what that journey actually looks like, from all the modern tools people are using to the timeless principles that can hopefully bring some peace to the whole process. So let's start with this quote from a woman named Lena, because it just gets right to the heart of such a common frustration. You put in all this effort, you invest your time, your money, only to be told that you're the problem for having standards. It's such a deflating experience, and sadly, it's one that way too many people can relate to. And what's really interesting is just how many options there are out there now. I mean, this isn't just about waiting for your auntie to introduce you to someone anymore. We're talking about a whole modern toolkit. You've got the apps, the in-person events, WhatsApp groups, even professional matchmakers. The search is super active, and people are literally trying everything. Which, of course, brings us to the big question. If there are so many tools and so many platforms, why does this process so often feel completely draining and just full of roadblocks? What's really going on beneath the surface? Well, to understand that, we first have to look at the powerful motivations that are driving this search in the first place.
So, why do people keep pushing through all the difficult moments? The motivation, it turns out, goes way beyond just societal pressure. It's something that's deeply personal and spiritual. It really touches on the very core of what it means to build a life rooted in faith.
And this slide just illustrates that beautifully. You see this whole spectrum of reasons. On one hand, it's about finding a companion to share life's big moments with, like going for Hajj together. But it's also about these profound spiritual goals. Safeguarding yourself from haram, building a family, and even this beautiful idea that your children could be an ongoing charity for you. It's this powerful mix of wanting worldly companionship and having these deep, eternal aspirations. Okay, so with these deep motivations, it's really no surprise that the journey can also come with a ton of pressure. And this pressure, it can build from every single direction, from family, from the community, and honestly, even from within yourself. It really creates this pressure cooker environment that's just incredibly tough to navigate.
Ugh, this question? I think we've all heard some version of this, haven't we? And look, it's often meant well, but this line of questioning can make you feel like all your other accomplishments, your career, your education, your spiritual growth, are somehow incomplete or just less valuable until you're married. It can feel so invalidating.
But then you have this powerful Islamic counter-narrative. The Quran reminds us so clearly that the true measure of a person's worth in the eyes of God, it isn't their marital status or their wealth or their age. It's their taqwa, their righteousness, their God consciousness. And that is such a crucial reminder to anchor your self-worth in what truly matters.
So here's the thing. While the social side of the journey can be messy and complicated, the Islamic path to marriage is anything but. Islam actually provides a clear, protective, and really dignified framework to guide this whole process. It's a system that's designed for clarity, security, and ultimately, peace of mind.
And right at the heart of this framework is the Nikah. This is so much more than just signing a piece of paper. The Nikah is a sacred covenant. It's a solemn agreement made before God that not only formalizes the union, but also establishes all the rights and responsibilities for both the husband and the wife.
And this contract has these very clear, essential components. There absolutely has to be a clear offer and acceptance from both people. Then there's the mahar, which is the dower from the groom to the bride. The contract has to be witnessed, and it can even include specific terms and conditions that the couple agrees on. Every single step is there for a reason, to ensure everything is transparent and mutual.
So let's look a little closer at the mahar. This is not a bride price, okay? It's an obligatory gift that goes to the bride, and it becomes her exclusive property. It's this really powerful symbol of the groom's financial commitment and a beautiful recognition of her value. It gives her a measure of financial independence and security right from day one.
And this part right here, it cannot be stressed enough. Mutual consent is the absolute bedrock of a valid Islamic marriage. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized this himself. A woman must be asked for her consent. Any kind of coercion or pressure completely invalidates the contract. This principle is there to protect the autonomy and the dignity of both individuals.
All right, so now that we understand this beautiful framework, what does it look like in practice? Let's turn to some of the hard-won wisdom from women who are actually navigating this very path right now. Honestly, this slide is like a masterclass in practical advice,
And notice the blend, right? It's spiritual and practical. It starts with prayer, with praying istikhala and seeking guidance from Allah, but it also stresses that you have to do your due diligence. Involve a guardian for protection. Know what your non-negotiables are. Ask the tough questions. See how they handle conflict. And definitely get a second opinion from people you trust.
This quote just perfectly sums up the principle behind all that advice. The goal isn't just to get married. The goal is to enter a partnership that enhances your peace and strengthens your faith, not one that compromises them. And that is the difference between having standards and just getting married for the sake of it.
And that leads us perfectly into our final section, which is all about reframing this entire experience. See, it's not just about reaching some destination called marriage. It's about how you carry yourself throughout the journey, especially during those times of waiting.
Now this, right here, this is a powerful mindset shift. Instead of seeing this time as a passive waiting period, what if you reframed it as an active purification period? This is a precious, precious opportunity to work on yourself, to strengthen your relationship with God, and to become the kind of person that you hope to attract. It's not wasted time at all.
And we'll end with this profound reminder from psychotherapist Najwa Awad. Ultimately, this entire journey is an exercise in trust. Trust in a plan that is so much bigger than our own. Just truly believing in the perfection of God's timing can lift that heavy weight of anxiety and allow for a sense of peace and contentment no matter where you are on your path.
And so we'll leave you with this to reflect on. How can we, in our own communities, do a better job of supporting people on this journey with empathy instead of pressure? And how can we get better at telling the difference between someone who has necessary standards and someone who is being, quote, too picky? It's something for all of us to think about.